Good morning students. In the previous class we have seen the classification of colloidal solutions. Now let us discuss about the preparation of colloidal solutions. So generally coming to preparation of colloidal solutions, basing upon the dispersion phase, dispersion medium or lyophilic colloids, lyophobic colloids. So how the lyophilic colloids and lyophobic colloids can be prepared, we are going to discuss in this. So here there are two methods for the preparation of colloidal solutions. One is dispersion method, another one is dispersion method, another one is condensation method. So these are the two methods we are going to discuss for the preparation of colloidal solutions. What is dispersion method? Dispersion method is nothing but what means here we are going to break the particles into colloidal dimensions. We call it as dispersion method. Condensation method is nothing but, for example, if suppose the methods which is having anions, large number of molecules to form bigger particles. So means what here, the union means not anion. This method which involve means what is the condensation method means they will form a bigger particles, large number of molecules will form a bigger particles of colloidal range. We call it as condensation method. So now let us discuss about dispersion method. So our first method is dispersion method. So what is dispersion method here? This dispersion method is nothing but here breakage of particles into colloidal particles. Breakage of particles into colloidal dimensions, we call it as what here, dispersion method. So these are going to have different types of method. First one is Bredig-Sark method. What is the first method? Bredig-Sark method. So in this what we are going to discuss here is, so now let us take a beaker, ice cube beaker we are going to take. In this one more tube we had kept which is placed as ice cubes. Here we are going to place a ice cubes. What is the main theme of this method? So generally here the metals whatever we are placing, the metal electrodes means we will be getting pure colloidal solution here. Whatever metals which are immersed means which are keeping here, okay. So here we are going to keep a metal electrodes which is containing a arc, okay. With a battery connected. One is plus charge, another one is negative charge. We are placing a solvent here. So let us see Bredig-Sark method. So generally in this method, so here the colloidal solution of various metals can be formed. Means what here, different types of metals, means we are taking a colloidal solution. This is a solvent This is a metal electrodes. And this one is a ice. Okay. So here the main objective of Bredik's arc method means different types of, means various metals are formed in this. Various metals are formed in colloidal solutions. Okay. So if suppose if you are placing metal electrode, this one we call it as dispersion medium, in a solvent. So we are placing two metal electrodes, so which is connected to a battery here. So the solvent, in a solvent we are placing. So this solvent indicates what? Solvent is nothing but dispersion medium, which is taken in the large axis. So this dispersion medium is placed on the freezing mixture. So freezing mixture means what here? Ice cubes we are taking. So here this is a arc we are getting. So this arc indicates what? When electrical arc is struck. So here we are producing a battery here. Yes or no? Automatically because of the heat. So what happens? This arc turns the metal into vapors. Like this we are getting vapors. So whenever the battery is on, so automatically, so once again I am saying, see here, whenever the metal electrodes is placed in a solvent, this solvent is kept in the freezing mixture. So whenever the heat produces, there is a arc struck between this solvent. So this arc, what happens? Whenever the heat is producing, this will produce a vapors. So these vapors get what here? Condensed. This will evaporate. So how it will evaporate? By the ice cold water to give particles of colloidal size. So this is giving pure colloidal size. So here for example I am taking a little KOH which is added to water. So KOH is added to water. Okay. So that is dispersion medium. Water, think this water is a dispersion medium, and KOH I have added. KOH is nothing but electrolyte. Okay. So whenever I have added, so what we have to do? We have, in order to stabilize the solution. But what here happening? The solution is filtered to remove bigger particles. So what are the metals we are taking here? Metals like platinum, gold, silver, copper. So these are converted into the colloidal solution. Okay. So this is nothing but this method. What is Bredik's arc method here? So what is the main theme of this? Bredik's arc method is nothing but various metals are formed in colloidal solutions. So we are placing two metal electrodes which is kept in a battery. So an intense arc is produced because of the heat. Whenever heat is getting, this arc is evaporating, means it is forming vapors. So automatically what happens? It is removing, it is undergoing condensation process in a freezing mixture. So by that what happens means the particles will form the, so by this what we can say, the solution, we can filter the bigger particles in colloidal solution. So this is the first method. And coming to second method. In second method what we are having? Second method is nothing but mechanical dispersion. Okay. So mechanical dispersion. So mechanical dispersion is nothing but here we'll take some dals to grind the mixer. Yes or no? So like that only it will also. Let us take the diagram. So this is the mechanical dispersion method diagram. Okay. So here this is the discharge. So this is the discharge. Driving belt, this is. So here this one we call it a steel disc. Which is rotating in opposite direction. This will rotate in opposite direction. So here you have to keep a. So now let us see what is the mechanical dispersion. Is nothing but, this is nothing but colloidal mill. This diagram we call it as what here? This diagram completely we call it as colloidal mill. So because of this colloidal mill, we are going to do mechanical dispersion. So generally this mill consists of two steel discs, okay, with a small gap between them. Yes or no? So this mill consists of what here? Two steel discs with a small gap between them. So this disc, whatever we are taking, which will rotate in an opposite direction at high speed. So the substance, first of all we have to prepare sol, means colloidal solution is to be prepared first. Then what we have to do? We have to do powder, means we have to first ground. So afterwards we have to shake with the dispersion medium, means solvent. So after shaking here to get a suspension, so this one is added, means the solvent is added here after shaking with the dispersion method. So for example, if you take any powder, okay, so that powder is added to the water. So you shake it, you will be getting one type of liquid, means suspension you are getting. This suspension you have to add here. So this suspension is added to the colloidal mill, okay. So what you are getting here? Then the speed of the rotating disc. So whatever speed we are doing here, it should be adjusted first. So whenever you are adjusting, so particles of the suspension, okay, is broken into particles of colloidal solution. So here also what happens? These are broken into particles to get colloidal size, okay. So what happening here? We are taking a two steel disc which are rotating in opposite direction. So after that what happens? First we have to take this sol. Sol is nothing but colloidal solution, solid, that should be made into a powder. After doing powder, that should be soluble in a solvent, dispersion medium. So after doing that, we have to get suspension molecule. So that the suspension should be added to this mill. So after adding to the mill, what happens means this larger particles, means the speed of the rotating disc should be adjusted first. So after that the particles are broken into what here? Colloidal size. So this is nothing but one more method to get the size of the particles. So next, these two are very slow process. And coming to next method we are having, and the next method is here ultrasonic dispersion. This is the fastest method, we can say, ultrasonic dispersion. So here mercury here, oscillator we are keeping. Here we are placing oil. This is an oil, this is an oil. So this is water we are taking. This is an electrical oscillator. This is a quartz generator. So let us see ultrasonic dispersion. Ultrasonic dispersion is nothing but what here? Sound waves. So generally sound waves having some frequency. Yes or no? Sound waves will produce how many decibels? Some 60 decibels. So here sound waves which is having frequency more than that of audible sound, we call it as ultrasonic waves. So what is ultrasonic waves? Suppose more than our audible sound, it is getting sound waves, that one we call it as what? Ultrasonic waves. Here sound waves having frequency more than our audible sound are called what here? Ultrasonic. Sound waves having frequency more than our audible sound are called what here? Ultrasonic waves. Okay. So here generally these waves will produce, what is the waves? So these waves will produce particles of colloidal size from suspension particles. Suspension particles means what here? Which we can see the particle size is more. In the previous class we have discussed that nearly 10 micromillimeters. So means what here? Compared to colloidal solutions we are having suspension particles more size. So these waves, whatever these waves are producing, means this produce particles of colloidal size from suspension particles. So this method is used to prepare a solution of colloidal solution of mercury in water. Okay. So here if you have observed the clear diagram, so generally these ultrasonic waves are produced from quartz generator. So here we have placed a quartz generator here. So this quartz generator will propagate to the oil and it strike the beaker containing mercury under water. So clearly observe here how the colloidal size will produce from suspension particles is nothing but here we are taking a quartz generator here. This quartz generator, so this quartz generator propagate through the oil, means it will insert in the oil. This oil will strike the, so means what happen? Automatically it will strike the beaker containing mercury under water. Okay. So here then this waves, whatever it is producing, they will transfer energy to the, means the waves are producing here from oil, it is producing waves. So they transfer energy to the mercury, atoms of mercury. So automatically this mercury what will get? It will evaporate, means it will give vapors. Then vapors what will happen? It will disperse in water and it will produce colloidal solutions. So this is the latest method for preparation of metal colloidal solutions from their suspension particles. So this is nothing but ultrasonic dispersion. So what is ultrasonic dispersion we are taking? Here the sound waves are produced, sound waves having frequency more than our audible sound, we call it as ultrasonic waves. So this is the fastest method we can say compared to first one and second one, Bredik's arc method and mechanical dispersion. Ultrasonic dispersion is the fastest method, we can say. So here it is produced from suspension particles. The colloidal size is produced from suspension particles. So in the previous class, if you have observed here, so in colloidal suspension particle size, so see here the particle size is for suspension nearly 10 milli microunits. So from suspension particles which is producing. So here what happens, we are taking a quartz generator which is inserted in a oil. This will strike the mercury containing water. So whenever we are producing some electrical oscillator, automatically it produces some waves. It transfers some energy to the mercury atom. So this mercury atom will be dispersing in the water. So whenever it is dispersing in the water, automatically what happens here, it is going to happen, this mercury gets vapors. So this vapors will produce some colloidal solutions. Then after it will give some metal solutions from the suspension particles. So this is nothing but ultrasonic dispersion. And our next method is here peptization. In dispersion method we are having the last method is peptization. So what is peptization? So generally we have been taking examples of ferric trihydroxide and also As2S3. So the peptization is nothing but here we have to prepare freshly prepared FeOH tris. So FeOH tris is nothing but what here, FeOH, ferric trihydroxide. So first of all it precipitates when you are treating with FeCl3. So here when FeOH tris is treated with FeCl3, it is forming a precipitate. So this precipitate will form the FeOH tris. So it immediately forms a dark reddish brown colloidal solution of FeOH tris. Similarly, we can take a colloidal solution of AlOH tris which is freshly prepared with dilute HCl. Okay, so means what here, it is insufficient. So whenever you are taking AlOH tris with acids, so automatically there will be hydroxide not completely converted into chloride. So it is forming only very low compound. So then what we have to do, this process of transferring back a precipitate into colloidal form. So whenever you are transferring a precipitate into colloidal form, we call it as peptization. So it is the reverse of coagulation, we can say. In other words, we can say redispersion of coagulated solution, we can say. So here the substances like FeCl3, HCl are known as peptizing agents, we can say. So here if you are taking FeOH tris, this is a freshly prepared precipitated FeOH tris. If you add FeCl3, so automatically what happens means here, it is forming colloidal solution. So means what happening here, it is transferring back a precipitate into, means again it is transferring redispersion of the coagulation solution, we call it as what here, peptization. So what is the cause of peptization? This peptization is due to the adsorption, we can say. So adsorption of one of the ions of electrolyte which give colloidal particles to a positive or negative charge. So according to this charge of the adsorbed ion, so for example if you are taking FeOH tris, it absorbs Fe+3 ions from FeCl3. So means what here, this is a peptizing agent. So then you are getting what here, on the surface we are getting positive charge on the surface. So similarly charged particles get separated here. So these charged particles, what happening, Fe+3 is separating. So whenever it is separating, it is giving very small size colloidal particles of the type here FeOH tris, Fe+3. Okay, so means what? Similarly, we can prepare As2S3 precipitate by passing H2S gas, and also we can prepare AlOH twice by passing HCl gas. So these are the preparation methods of dispersion medium. In the next class, we can see about the condensation method. Thank you.